What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Bama After Dark. I'm your host, Jake Thomas, and I'm about 3-4 minutes late. Been a little struggle today getting home and had some stuff to take care of when I got here, and just running a little behind. But I'm not going to keep you too long. The biggest thing is big talk this week, Thursday, Saturday, in October. Big matchup down in Tuscaloosa as Tennessee rolls into town against the Alabama Crimson Tide. First off, before we start talk about that, thank you for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel and help me, continue gaining followers and hopefully, eventually, once I get my schedule fixed and I can be here either every Tuesday or every Wednesday night. Right now, it's looking like Wednesday night's going to be the best time for me to go. I know our boys, Biscuits and SEC, likes to go at 6. They go live at 6, so I'm going to try to bring them in each and every week. So I'll probably have a 20-minute show, 25-minute show, let you guys get over there with them. But thank you all for the support. And Thursday in October, big matchup. And I want to talk about, lead up a little bit to this past Saturday. And I wasn't here to talk about Vandy either. But one thing that I've talked about and we've talked about, and I feel like this defense, for whatever reason, they go out their first series and they just get out of position. They have a big, give up a big play and they can't settle in. Once that first possession and first series gets out of the way, they settle in and they're darn near unstoppable. So the adjustments that this team makes at halftime, especially defensively, I think it needs to be addressed. It's incredible. If you look back the last 3 games, Missouri did score 14 second half points, but the offense gave them great field position on that fumble start to come out of the half around the 20-25 yard line, which is pretty much an automatic touchdown. If you give them great field position, you pull the momentum back. So I'm not going to, blame that on the defense. But the prevent defense that gave up the touchdown late in the fourth quarter, which pulled them, right close within one, 3-score, 3-point game. That's really the only blemish that this defense had outside of that first series. Last week against Vandy, they didn't give up a second half touchdown. And they shut down Diego Pavia in the second half. And then, of course, Georgia only had 17 or 7 points in the second half. So this defense, as the game goes, gets a lot more physical and a lot better. It starts playing within itself. And one thing that I've noticed is it seems like our linebacking core is finally putting it all together. Nakai Greenhill had a huge game the other day, Missouri. Finally starting to play like I imagined him to be and be a great inside linebacker for us. Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, both of them are starting to play really, really well. And I think Yanzea Pierre is doing a great job in his role now since Quay Rusau is hurt. So I continue to see them guys getting better, and Pierre is starting to become a budding star in this defense. Offensively, what I want to say is we've got to punch it in the end zone when we're in the red zone. We've had too many mistakes in this game against Missouri. Had opportunities to honestly put that game out of reach. We had a game time or a killing drive with penalties down in the red zone. We had Dewberry, which is, just a freak accident, stepping on Ty Simpson's foot, which pushed the ball back, and we couldn't rebound from that. Had to get a field goal. So just missed opportunities and missed opportunities, especially the last couple of weeks, honestly. So we've got to clear that up moving on with this stretch of run that we're fixing to have, because it doesn't get any easier. Tennessee's a great team. We've got to go on the road the week after to South Carolina. That's going to be a challenge because South Carolina is really good at home. We still got Oklahoma. We still got LSU. And then, of course, that Jordan-Hare matchup probably going to be at night. And we just saw what Auburn is capable of at home at night against what they did against Georgia. Now, we can talk about the refs and all that, but they have the potential to put it all together, and they can upset Alabama if we're not playing our A game. And in that game, and especially, against Tennessee, Oklahoma, LSU, South Carolina, Auburn, we get down the red zone, we've got to punch it in for 7, not settle for field goals. So I want to see that cleaned up and addressed, moving forward, because within the 20s, Alabama can move the ball, and they set the tone and hold the time of possession clock. I mean, Alabama had the ball, I think 38, 42 minutes, somewhere in there. I think Missouri, I think they only had the ball maybe 20, 22 minutes, maybe less than that. So Alabama can control the time of possession. They're balanced. I know a lot of people is down on the running game, but it's getting better now. Jam Miller's hurt. That's a big blow in this matchup coming up. But it's getting better each and every week. I think they're starting to figure out who needs to be on that offensive line to get the best productivity out of those guys. And Ty Simpson just continues doing Ty Simpson things. It's very incredible. So anyway, saying all that, look to this week. Thursday, Saturday in October. This is a huge rivalry. I have Auburn, not Auburn, but Tennessee friends. I have family that are Tennessee fans. So, there's a lot of back and forth, but it's all in good, clean fun. But I will say this. Just like Derrick Henry said one time, we hate Auburn because we have to, but we hate Tennessee because we want to. And that's how I feel about this matchup. But, Tennessee in their own right is a great team. They've Joey Aguilar has become a standout for them. A lot better moving the ball than what they had last year with Nico. So he is going to, give this secondary fits. Now this secondary has been on a tear in the last several weeks. So we'll see if that continues to play out. I do expect Ty Simpson and this Alabama offense to move the ball extremely well against this Tennessee defense, especially throwing the ball. Yeah, I think they have the worst pass defense in the SEC, but on the flip side, they have the best run defense in the SEC. Alabama's run defense is probably, I think it's third or fourth lowest in the SEC, maybe second, but their pass defense is like 1-2. So, their strength is passing. Our strength is pass defense. So, which one is going to give and at the end of the game? And I really think if this defense, I don't fully expect, them to hold Tennessee to, 17 points. It's going to be, it's going to be a shootout, I do believe. But I think the spread was like 7.5. But at home, I think Alabama can win and cover. I'm expecting like a 10, 12, 13-point game. Tennessee's too talented to blow them out, even at home. But I think Ty Simpson is going to have a really big game here. keep an eye out for Lottie Brooks. Lottie Brooks is coming to his own. He's a true freshman. That kid is outstanding. He's amazing. Becoming a star out there at wide receiver. Hopefully we get Ryan Williams healthy, get him back on the field this week. And then of course, not sure how Jam and Derek Meadows, probably not going to see them any. We may, if they get clear, we may see Jam, but I don't expect them to play. If they play at all, if they play, be limited. I really think that it's going to be like a Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley probably start, and Daniel Hill probably spell him a little bit at running back. But I feel like this passing offense for Alabama can make the plays, move the ball, get in the end zone against Tennessee. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 42 to 31 type game. Alabama wins and covers, maybe 42 to 34. That's still, a cover. Might be a hook, right there at a cover. So I think Alabama can still wins this game. And they move on from Tennessee. And like I've already mentioned their schedule. You look at what they have left. They get past Tennessee. They got at South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, both at home, Illinois, Eastern Illinois at home, and then Jordan Hare. If Alabama can escape with one loss in these last 6 games, looking at 10-2 on the year, I think they are solidly in the playoffs. I don't know if they'll be able to play for the SEC championship game, because I think Ole Miss right now and A&M are both still undefeated in the SEC as well. And we don't play each other. So the tiebreakers can get kind of weird on how that plays out. But I think a 10-2 record at the end of the year, they will be in the playoffs. And anything can happen once you get in the playoffs. So, some of the matchups, let me talk some of the matchups. I want to see what this offensive line does with this pass rush. Now, I talked about how Tennessee's pass defense is not the best, but they do have a lot of good pass rushers, and they will get after you. So this is probably going to be the best pass rush that this offensive line has seen. So I need to see this offensive line, handle that and keep Ty Simpson upright and keep him, and let Ty make plays when they're there. I think the wide receivers, Germ, Williams, Horton, Cuevas, Brooks, I think these guys can make plays downfield and will have the opportunity to make plenty of plays. It's just, will Ty get time, to make those plays? That's what I want to see, this weekend. Defensive line for Alabama, I need you to get to Aguilar. This is a really stout offensive line for Tennessee. Alabama's defensive line and defensive front seven, I think we only got like 7 or 8 stats on the year. And I need more, aggression from you guys. I need you to get to the quarterback. LT Overton, I'm looking at you. I feel like you can have a really big game here. Need you play real hard, and once you get the quarterback, make the plays and get them down. One guy to keep your eye on, and he's starting to come into his own, and we've talked about him a couple of times on my other show. Landon Simmons, that kid is a true freshman, but he's already making plays at on the defensive line, and he's becoming a star. And he's only a true freshman. Once he gets more playing time, once he gets better at honing his skills and knows what he can do, this kid's gonna be amazing. So I think he's going to play a good bit in this game. Look for Keon Keeley to play about 20 to 25 snaps this week as well. A lot of Alabama fans been wanting to get him on the field. He played a little bit against Missouri last week. Had a half sack and went through a couple of double teams. He looks really good. And I think he's starting to come in his own as well. Damani Jackson needs you to step up this week. You've had 2 or 3 bad weeks now. It's time to step up and make a play in a crucial situation because you're a leader of this team. You're a senior. That's what seniors do in a high pressure situation. I know you can do it. You've done it last year. Don't know what's going on this year, but you're too talented to be having these kind of mistakes in the secondary. So I know you have it in you to be great. Go out there and be great, brother. But overall matchups, like I said, I think our wide receivers are going to have a be open and have some success against that secondary. I just want to see how this offensive line handles their defensive pass rush. And we've got to keep Ty Simpson upright. So anyway, it's about 10 till. I've only been on about 17 minutes, but just a quick preview. I wanted to get on here, say a few things. Got to get you over to Biscuits and SEC in about 10 minutes. Those guys do a fantastic job. Like I say each and every week, everybody on this channel, SEC After Dark channel, at the After Dark Network, as we call it now, everybody has great shows. The Regular Guys podcast, go follow them. Corey and Israel do a great job there. Mike Huseman, Off Season After Dark, awesome stuff each and every week from him. And then of course the flagship show on Wednesday night is Biscuits and SEC. Those guys, Bossman and Hammer, 2 good buddies of mine, really enjoy their stuff. They do a great job what they do. And it's just fun to watch them for the hour and a half that they're on. Really great stuff. And they got some they've been doing some guest pickers this year, and it's been like a chef kiss, man. Just great stuff. And then of course on Thursday nights, right here on this channel, on the After Dark Network, all of us come together and bring you SEC After Dark. Everybody loves that show. You all, you guys, you enjoyed. Everybody jumps on and just has a great time with it. Rick and Bonnie, good to have you, brother. I'm fixing to jump off. We got to get over to Biscuits and SEC for their show. But yeah, go back and watch the replay. But yeah, been a great show, guys. A little short tonight. Like I said, I was running about 3-4 minutes late. Sorry about that. I'll have more content this week, in the coming weeks. Hopefully, once my schedule gets kind of laid out the way I need it to be. Looks like Wednesday nights around 5:15, 5:30 is where I'm going to be doing the show. I thought it was going to be on Tuesday nights, but I just can't make that happen right now. Now in the future, I might be able to move it to Tuesday nights. But right now, Wednesday nights, and hopefully I can start doing these. I wouldn't be doing it like once every 2 weeks. Hopefully I get more content out there once a week. And eventually maybe start doing some shorts when I get some free time. But Rick and Bonnie, hope Jim plays. Yeah, me too, brother. I just don't know. I don't want to mess with concussions because if you put them back on the field too early and they get hurt again and they get another concussion, I mean, you're messing with somebody's future. So his health is more important than winning a football game. And I may take some, take some bad raps about that, but I want that kid to be healthy because he's going to play on Sundays and he's going to be really good in the NFL. So he's got to be 100% healthy and make sure that concussion, there's no lingering effects. So if he doesn't play, I'm perfectly fine with that. The coaching staff we'll make that decision. I guarantee it. Now I think the first availability report will probably release either tonight or tomorrow night. So it might be tomorrow night. So we'll see where they have him listed. I don't expect Derek Meadows to be playing either. So we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining. This has been Bama After Dark. I'm your host, Jake Thomas, as always. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you will probably see me again, probably in the morning when me and Stacy on Tie Talk Live do our preview show of the game this week. I think we're going to try to record that. This is Wednesday night. I think we're going to try to record that tonight. So hopefully we'll be you'll give us a follow there. Give me a follow here, and again follow everybody on this channel as well. So anyway, thank you all for listening. Hopefully I'll be back next Wednesday night. Fingers crossed. And when I come back, it's we'll be smoking a cigar with each other, next week. Not on live. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that on the camera. I don't want to smoke my house up. But y'all have a great evening. Roll Tide, and we'll see y'all next week.